Again, I hit the button. I don't know if we were working or not earlier. Did you see me there a minute ago? If so, I apologize for trying this again, but I'm trying it again. I don't know. Nobody was commenting, and it just didn't seem like it was working. So we're gonna try this again, see if you can see me now. Anyway, I had done like the first couple of minutes of coffee talk and didn't have a single comment. So that's why we're trying this again. Top two things we're watching out the door. Maybe a little late for it, but out the door forecast we're going to be discussing, seeing how things are in your neighborhood. You can definitely tell it has been a bit Saharan dusty, right? Yeah, we're going to be discussing that. We're also discussing the shower and thunderstorm chances returning to Central Florida. So let's get right to it and peek outside. Our tower cam network is showing that gray sky over downtown, right? Yeah, it is not the sunniest, most beautiful sight because there's a whole lot of Saharan dust. Temperatures out the door are sitting in the lower range of the 80s, upper 70s around town. And if you live up here in Marion County, there is quite a doozy of a storm just outside of the county. You see around Chiefland and Cedar Key, you see each one of those little pop-ups? That's new lightning strikes that are happening there. Lots of lightning, lots of very heavy rainfall, pretty decent wind in there too. So it's not severe, but it's a nasty one. Glad that that's not bothering us at all. Where do we go from here? Let's talk about it, shall we? 87 degrees, our 11 o'clock temperature. We'll make it to about 95 degrees today. May not be record setting, but it's going to be a toasty, toasty day. Neighborhood by neighborhood, 95 in Orlando, 95 in Kissimmee, 96 in Claremont, 97 degrees in Wildwood. That is gross. Yeah, it's a hot one today, people. Then we get those showers and those thunder showers firing up. So let's take a look at Futurecast together, shall we? And there you go. You've got the showers and storms starting to bubble up around 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock, then continuing to get going through 3 o'clock. Notice by about 5 p.m., we start to kind of get this resurgence of storms off to the south before fading out. So rain coverage today is going to be just a little bit higher than yesterday. Give me a second. I'll get this graphic here. Just a little bit higher than yesterday. We're going to get this up to about 40% today, but you'll notice some of our areas are going to be particularly hot. So keep that in mind. Jackie's asking, any rain in Daytona anytime soon? We do have rising rain chances these next couple of days. Not for today. Rain chance today in Daytona is going to be pretty low. 30% coverage of rain Daytona Beach today. 20 to 10% for New Smyrna Beach down to Melbourne. But look out west, right? 30 to 40% from St. Cloud to Kissimmee. 40% in Leesburg. 40% in the Villages. So there are lots of the rain chances, especially out west, but there's also a whole lot of that Saharan dust just completely taking over the peninsula. So at least it keeps our rain chances relatively low, gives us an opportunity to be outside. I'm going to be mowing the yard at some point today, but it just means that it's not that crystal blue sky, right? We've got that kind of what I like to call the hot, hazy, humid setup. Feels like temperatures today just below 100. I think we'll be in the 90s through the afternoon, but it's going to feel nice and toasty. Annie says overcast Daytona Beach. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the Saharan dust playing in. All right? So that's where we are for today. What about the next couple of days? What's changing? Let's take a look, shall we? First off, we've got the rain chances starting to come back into our area for today. Notice, though, looking ahead to your Friday, there's a frontal boundary north of us that'll bring storms to North Florida, but little by little, that plays into our area. And certainly on Saturday, we're going to watch that rain chance really pick up. So over the next couple of days, you're going to notice that rain chance really increasing. Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast showing today and tomorrow a 40% coverage of rainfall. Though notice, Saturday we peak out at a 60% coverage of showers and thunder showers. So yeah, rain chances absolutely on the increase these next couple of days, especially on Saturday. And I would say that Daytona Beach, all of my friends along the coast, if you're wanting that rain, which I would assume that you are, then that's the day to get it. Is that a real cold front I spy? I mean, yeah, we're going to drop all the way from 95 to 92, 93. It's a massive change. Get it? Because it's not. See what we did there? Yeah. Yeah, it's not a huge change, but at least it's something. At least it's something, right? Carrie Lee, good morning to you. Alex, good morning. Hope the start of the school year is a smooth transition for you. So far, so good. Jimmy says, I'm in vacation here. Oh, brag. Humble brag, though. That's okay. And he says, bummer, I wanted to be in the boat again this weekend. You can do that. You can do that. Just get out early. That's all. The rain chances, yeah. Why is it the scroll at the bottom showing the high temps? I guess I've got it set that at 9 a.m. it just switches back to current temps. I'll have to extend that to like a 10 a.m. cutoff or something. I mean, I think this is the first time we've done coffee talk at 9 a.m. Usually when I've got doctor's appointments, I just cancel it, right? But here we are. So I'll make it so that it'll run through 10 a.m. But yeah, that's why. My apologies. And he says, go early. Yeah, go early. Go early. That would be my suggestion for you. Good morning to you, though. Hope you're having a great start to the day. All right, so that's where we're at. Tropically speaking, let's take a look and see what's doing out there. All right, we've got a blank banner. Why? Because this is no longer Invest 97, which is fine with me. The tropical wave has continued to weaken. So when we look to the overall Atlantic picture, there is kind of what was Invest 97. There's that, but the models aren't going bonkers. So here we are. When you think about it, it is August 11th. There's not even a window anymore of tropical development. There is nothing that is expected to develop tropically over the next 5 days' time. We are in mid-August. Isn't that wild? It's very rare that you have a tropical season this quiet, which is good with me. Yukon says Charlie was happening this time 18 years ago. It hadn't made landfall yet, but yes, Charlie was down there in the Caribbean doing its thing. So when you think about it, we've had three named storms. So we at least are running a little ahead of where we were back in 2004. But yeah, nothing doing. So let's check and see the computer models. And I did cheat just before coffee talk. I looked at this. There's kind of the moisture from what was Invest 94. It's not anything anymore. Alex says, "Don't jinx it, bud." Yeah, I know, right? I'll keep it calm. There's that. Not really doing much. There's kind of messy weather around the deep south late next week. Lots of oranges, lots of high pressure. A little something there on the 23rd. You see that north of Puerto Rico right in there? That'll be interesting to see how that plays. Kind of moves into the Florida Straits. Doesn't really do anything. And then the very last frame of this. Cuba? Something? Not much doing. Not much doing. Vanessa says, I wish every season was like this, honestly. I would agree with that. I would 100% agree with that. Yeah. So that's the GFS. Let's just switch over and look at the ensembles. That's like the easiest way to just quick peek. Whole lot of nothing. There's like the mid-Atlantic there around the 16th. You kind of see the models are trying to throw something there. Oh, that's as far out as the Euro goes at 6Z. Let's switch back to the 0Z ensemble. Mid-Atlantic around the 19th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. You see that? Kind of little storm systems in that area. Now, watching the Gulf, you see that on the bottom left corner? You see that right in here? Interesting. Around the 21st, have to watch that. More Mid-Atlantic activity. More Mid-Atlantic activity. What are you doing there? You see that? What are you, little European ensemble? That's as far out as it goes. That's the 26th. But the ensemble's trying to pick up on something. What about the GFS ensemble? GFS ensemble's picking up on something. Oh. Well, isn't that special? Isn't that special? A few let's back this up a little bit. Let's just, you know what? Let's just start over. This is why the ensembles are valuable, because the operational only gives you one, but the ensembles kind of give you several models at a time. So there's the remnants of Invest 97. Got some lows coming off the Mid-Atlantic. Again, it's kind of a messy setup there. Nothing organized, but there's like a little low around the 19th. The model's trying to get something in the Gulf of Mexico. But yeah, when we get out here, you see how there's some lows. There's some stuff showing up. That's peculiar. You see how there's a lot of these little lows. A lot of them are weak, but like that's a strong one there. Now, that's the reason that catches my attention, particularly Saturday on the 27th. The reason that catches my attention is because if we look, give me 1 second to pull this up. If we look at the long-range the long-range forecast that WESH issued back on March the 1st.
I'm not sure.
Oh, Alexa. Yeah, 26th, 27th, 28th, watching Florida. That's the 27th. And there are some ensemble members showing some stuff. That's interesting. Now, I'm not here hyping it or anything. I want to be very clear. I'm showing you data. We're just interpreting it, right? But that's interesting. Now, if I go back, if I go back to the 0Z ensemble, it's got nothing, right? So there's something that just popped up. If I go back to the 18Z, it's got some stuff, but nothing big or organized. If I go back to the 12Z, it's kind of got nothing. If I go back to the 6Z, it's got some stuff. So the reason that I'm pointing this out is just to say there's something showing up that lines up with our LRC forecast, and we'll have to wait and see. Remember, computer models are guidance, not gospel, and you're looking for consistency, and we absolutely don't have that. But it's something to watch. It is something to watch. So we'll be watching it, but that's very interesting. That's very interesting. I saw, by the way, a news article that said that somebody traveled back in time from the future to let us know that the biggest hurricane on record was going to hit South Carolina this weekend. It's going to have winds of 250 miles an hour. This news organization that I won't name picked it up off of somebody's Facebook page. So somebody posted, I'm a time traveler from the future, and there's going to be a monster hurricane this weekend. There's nothing out there this weekend. Anyway, I just think that it's very funny that a newspaper picked this up, or a news organization. Maybe it wasn't a newspaper. I don't know what it was. I know what it was, but maybe it was or wasn't a newspaper. So anyway, interesting stuff. Oh, wow. Time travelers. Guess Doc Brown is successful. Yeah, I know. Anyway, so tropics could be interesting the next couple of weeks. But that makes sense. Peak of hurricane season after all. Alex says, I did wish for one decent hurricane, but for all the wrong reasons. Uh-oh. Work from home, so it would have been a forced vacation with no power. But then I realized I still have bills and groceries, aren't getting any cheaper, and no AC is yuck. So I'll take work over power loss. Give me a hurricane when it's cool and breezy so that we can enjoy windows open and we can talk. I know, right? Well, I don't know if hurricane season runs in winter, at least not right now. Maybe eventually it will. Evelyn's asking a question. Could the Saharan dust be the reason that my hay fever is worse than ever? Isn't that like a doctor question? I have no idea. I know that with the Saharan dust, it has brought down the air quality just a little bit. Great Scott, Marty, the implications. Ay vey. Too funny. Too funny. I feel like people that complain about hype aren't consistent or true coffee talkers. We know knowledge and data isn't hype. You know, Vanessa, at the end of the day, if there's one thing that I teach all of my interns or people that I try to mentor, it's that opinions are like armpits. Everybody has them and they all stink. You know, no matter what I put, somebody's going to accuse me of hype, or any meteorologist for that matter. So for those of us that are here hanging out, you know, we're not a hype bunch. We just try to get information out there. Is it not possible we will reach the end of the naming list? Listen, just like whenever we're tracking storms, everything is possible. You know, everything is possible. We're just super quiet for now. Jeffrey says, hopefully there's no rain next week. It's the rainy season, and we're going with like a 40-50% coverage of rain, so there's going to be. They recommend allergies and asthma stay indoors with bad Saharan dust days. It's true. I mean, you just look outside your window right now, right? Like, it's dusty. My internet's running awful slow today. Right? Like, even this shot at the Kennedy Space Center, even the blue sky is dusty. You know? Aaron says, Wilma had a front after. Almost none of us had power in South Florida. Was kind of happy for that. Yeah, well, yeah, that was a late season storm, but yes. Becca sitting here taking care of my 91-year-old grandfather. Oh, best to you and your grandfather. I lost my grandmother when she was 92. And after Coffee Talk, I'm going to run over and take care of my father. He has put in his breakfast order, so there you go. Mickey's asking about the BSR. All right, hold on a second. I haven't dialed it up for today. Stand by. You asked for it. I haven't. Like I said, I had the doctor's appointment, so I ran in. So let me get this dialed up. BSR, stand by. It has to load. All right. BSR. Stop. Oh my gosh. Wrong button. Come on, you putz. Hold on. Why is this running so slow today? Seriously. Let me refresh this. I have one other way that I can do it if this doesn't want to cooperate, which it doesn't look like it does. Let's see. Give me a few seconds. Pacific surface analysis. Maybe the NOAA server is down. Yeah, I think the NOAA server's down because it's not working here either. Okay, well, I can't show you the BSR today. It remains unchanged. It's still showing something around the 24th, 25th-ish. So, yeah. All right. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Looks like Atari. I know. It's not time for a new computer. I think it's the server. I've been having some NOAA data issues. So I do. I think it's the server. Yeah, Bo. Well, every storm system has its thing. Yukon, is it time for a new computer? No, it's not. All right. So for us today and tomorrow, a couple more storms than yesterday. Then Saturday looks to be pretty stormy. So of the weekend days, it looks like Sunday is going to be the better day. All right. All right. You good? We good? We good? And then that front will drop us all the way down to 92. Super cool. All right, people. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. We will, I'll be posting throughout the day, keep you up to date. Otherwise, we'll chat with you this afternoon.